This portion of the presentation includes practical information regarding proper and safe object handling. These tips and guidelines are meant to advise an inexperienced handler using available materials in moving, packing, and documenting museum objects. Before handling an object, an important first step is to locate a pair of gloves. Gloves are essential tools to keep both the artifact and the handler safe. Oils, dirt, and moisture on our skin can do long-term damage to certain objects. Gloves also provide a barrier between your skin and the object's surface, which may be toxic or dangerous in certain situations. If available, medical gloves are great to use. It is important to note that when handling objects made of metal, wearing gloves is essential, as this material is especially sensitive to any oils or moisture transferred by bare hands. Before handling an object, decide if you actually have to move it. Only move it if you absolutely have to. Look at the object carefully. Note its weaknesses, such as cracks, and handle it accordingly. Remove or secure loose elements, such as lids, and if fragments have fallen off, put them in a labeled bag. Here are some basic handling guidelines. When lifting an object, use 2 hands. Lift and support the body of the object. Do not lift objects by protruding or secondary parts, such as handles, straps, or lids. When lifting furniture, such as a chair, do not lift by the arms or the backs. You can lift using 2 hands by the seat or by the legs. When handling textiles, fully support them using both arms and do not lift them by the edges. Before moving an object, have a clean, clear space ready to place the object. Plan and be aware of the route you intend to take with the object as you transfer it from one location to another. Watch out for people, uneven floors, and potential trip hazards along the way. Do not handle, move, or carry more than one object at a time. If possible, try not to transfer an object directly to another person. Place the object on a surface and allow the other person to lift the object from the surface. If an object is large or heavy, do not move it alone. Get help and plan the move carefully with a partner.
Documenting the objects of the museum is critical to keep track of the objects you are handling and moving. One way to keep thorough records is to complete an object identification checklist for every single object. This process includes taking photographs and completing forms for every object. The documentation should include the following categories: taking photographs of the entire object, with a uniform scale included, like a dollar bill. Also, taking photographs of any small details or any damage to the object. Then, describe the details of the object, like what is the object itself? What is it made from? What is its size? Lastly, write a description of the object to further document it. This is a chance to include any more information that would be useful in identifying the object. Remember to keep these object identification records safe and secure.
Accession numbers are inventory numbers. They are unique to each object. They are usually written directly on the object. For textiles, they are sewn in. On other objects, they are written directly on the object. Sometimes there is a temporary tag that tells you the accession number. When packing artifacts, each object should be wrapped individually with clean material, such as newspaper, foam padding, bubble wrap, or towels. Boxes are preferred for easy handling and storage. When packing objects, make sure the box is fully padded to make sure its contents remain safe. When packing objects, use whatever clean material you have and carefully surround the object with the material and padding. before placing it within the box. Continue packing each object individually, taking care to place it safely in the box. Again, use whatever clean material you have to protect the object. In order to make sure the objects remain safe within the box, you can place padding in between objects to make sure they don't bump into one another. Mark the outside of the box with the accession numbers of the objects inside for easy access.
Some large museum objects cannot be moved. If this is true, then the objective is to protect the object from immediate damage. This can be done by padding the entire object and protecting the surface of the object. Some temporary solutions include bubble wrap, tarps, or sandbags. This will help protect the object from immediate damage and danger. However, these are only temporary solutions for an immediate problem. Contamination of objects may occur if there was a pipe burst in a museum or the cultural site has experienced a catastrophic event. Some common materials that often contaminate sites include water or dirt. When packing contaminated objects, it is important to separate the contaminated objects and materials from the clean matter. This can be done by placing the object on clean newsprint, rags, towels, or paper towels, and replacing wet absorbent materials with dry ones as often as possible.
Thank you for taking the time to view this presentation. We hope it is helpful for those who are interested in or involved with the subject of cultural property and who endeavor to protect and preserve unique and culturally significant locations around the world.